we will be going to cover what is AI, then types of AI, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is GenAI. Then there is a human machine analogy behind the invention of AI. So every concept like AI, machine learning, deep learning, these are inspired from humans, and there is a human machine analogy behind it. So we will see the human machine analogy behind all these respective concepts. Then AI landscape. So when I'm talking about AI landscape, so AI landscape covers the fitment of ML, deep learning, neural networks. How they basically fit is what we are going to see. Cool. So what is AI? First we will see the definition of these terms. So artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science. So it is a branch of computer science that aims to create system capable of performing tasks that requires human intelligence, such as reasoning, learning, problem solving, and understanding. So when you are building the system which basically imitate human intelligence, like humans can reason, humans can learn, humans can do problem solving, and humans can understand the various contexts, right? So when we are building the system which can do what a human can do on mental level, is something which is covered, is something which comes under the domain of artificial intelligence. So if we talk about the core abilities of AI, so AI systems are designed to learn, and they basically learn and then improve through experience. So that's how even the humans do, right? We learn and we make mistake, and then we improve through the learning experience, right? So that's exactly the core, one of the core abilities of AI is. Then second is reasoning. So AI systems can make logical decisions like we human do. Then AI systems can perceive, right? So perceive means they can see, hear, or understand. So understanding, when I'm talking about the understanding part, so they can understand the vision and speeches. So computer vision is one of the example where the vision part comes. Then next ability is act, right? So AI systems can perform actions in the real world, like robots, self-driving cars. So they are anonymous systems or anonymous AI agents which can act based on the real world, right? So in short, AI is a simulation of human intelligence in machines. Okay. So now when I talk about the types of AI, right? So we have three types of AI. So narrow AI, which is weak AI. So everything which you can see in this world as of today is part of weak AI. Then we have general AI or strong AI. So general AI or strong AI, as well as super intelligent AI, they are the theoretical concept. So there is no AI which falls, there is no AI in this real world as of now which falls under the category of general AI or super intelligence AI, right? So these are some of the theoretical concepts of AI which do not exist yet. Now talking about the narrow AI or weak AI. So narrow AI is AI that is designed to perform one specific task or limited set of tasks extremely well. So basically the narrow AI is something which is designed to perform a specific task, that too in a extremely well manner. It cannot understand or learn beyond its programmed domain. So whatever you have programmed the AI system, so it will basically, it can understand and learn within that particular boundary or within that particular domain itself. It will not go beyond that. Now, key characteristics, when I'm talking about key characteristics, so key characteristics, so first characteristic is specialized. So it is basically built for a specific purpose. And then the second characteristic is that it is highly accurate in its domain. So because it is trained within certain boundaries or within certain domains, so it basically possesses high accuracy. And it cannot generalize the task outside the training. So as I said, right, so there are some boundary which are defined, and within that boundary these AI systems learn, so they cannot generalize the task outside that particular boundary. And these systems, they don't have self-awareness, right? So I'm talking about self-awareness. So human, like every human on this world have self-awareness, but these narrow AI systems or weak AI do not have any self-awareness, right? And as I said, right, most AI today is narrow AI. Now, example of narrow AI is voice assistant, right? So you might have Siri, you might have used Siri and Alexa, So Siri and Alexa is an example of a narrow AI. Then image recognition, right? So face unlock feature on your iPhone or on your phone is one of the example of narrow AI. Then recommendation systems, YouTube and Netflix, whatever recommended movies it shows as per your taste. That's also an example of narrow AI. Then Google Map or navigation that you basically do using Google Maps is also an example of narrow AI. Then chatbots, right? So all these whatever you can see on the screen are the example of narrow AI. Cool. Now talking about journal AI or super AI. So as I said, right, journal AI is a theoretical concept and it refers to AI systems that has human level intelligence. So if we are capable of building the system which have human level intelligence, then that comes as part of journal AI or super AI. And it has the ability to understand, learn, reason, plan. And unlike narrow AI, it basically have multi-domain knowledge. It also possesses common sense, consciousness-like behavior, and then next thing is that it has the ability to perform any task a human can do, right? Now some of the examples, so journal AI and super intelligent AI are well depicted in lot of movies, lot of Hollywood movies. So some of the examples of journal AI, as depicted in movies are Jarvis. So Jarvis you might have seen, right? The AI system that was shown in Iron Man. So that's an example of super AI. Then Ava in Ex Machina and Samantha. So there is a movie named Her. So that's an example of super AI. And then one of the famous movies, Interstellar. So you might have seen TARS there, right? So TARS is a classical example of super AI. Now talking about the key characteristics. So super AI has human level intelligence. It can think, understand and reason like a human. It has a general problem solving and it can perform any intellectual task, not just one. It has common sense understanding. It knows real world logic, context and cause effect. And it basically possesses the quality of continuous learning. So it learns from experience across different domains. And it can also do autonomous decision making. So it can plan, adapt and make its own decision. As you might have seen in the movie Jarvis, Star. So they were able to make autonomous decision, right? And slowly, as we are diving more into the GenAI world, the agents that we are building, that era is not far away where we humans will be able to build super AI and journal AI, where they can make autonomous decisions and where they can possess human level intelligence. Now going to the next type of AI, super intelligent AI. Now super intelligent AI is also a theoretical concept, and it is also known as artificial super intelligence. So we know the word artificial intelligence. So we just prefix the word super before intelligent, and then it becomes artificial super intelligent, ASI. Now ASI is an AI system that becomes vastly more intelligent than the smartest humans in every domain. So consider each and every domain that exists in today's world, and consider the smartest person in that particular domain in the whole world. So ASI or super intelligent AI, has even more intelligence than the smartest human in that particular domain. And when I'm talking about more intelligent, so I'm talking with respect to reasoning, creativity, science, strategic thinking, emotional intelligence, problem solving, and decision making. So it is beyond human level intelligence, not equal to it, but far above it. Now examples as depicted in movies, The Architect. So you might have seen the movie The Matrix, right? So The Matrix is a super intelligent AI system which is based on the architect. So there was a term used there, right? Architect or oracle, right? So that particular thing, oracle or the architect shown in Matrix, is an example of super intelligent AI. Then in Terminator series, Skynet is also an example of super intelligent AI. And in Avengers Age of Ultron, so the Ultron shown in that movie is also an example of super intelligent AI. Now talking about the key characteristics of super intelligent AI. So it has intelligence beyond humans, right? It can outperform the best human minds in every domain, whether it's science, creativity, strategy, mathematics, emotions, and planning. It has exponential learning and self-improvement. So it improves itself rapidly without human help, and it potentially, it becomes billion of times smarter in a short period of time. So that's what it has been depicted in these movies, right? In the Matrix movie and the Avengers, Ultron. So they basically adopt very fast, and their learning rate was exponential, and they were every time they were outsmarting the humans in those movies, right? Then it has perfect rationality and prediction. So it understands outcomes and extremely high accuracy predicts human behavior, global patterns, and complex systems. And it can create its own goals and strategies. It can generate new objectives, optimize them, and pursue them independently, even in ways human may not anticipate. So it's a very dangerous thing, right? So you might have heard that AI can be very dangerous to humankind in future. It's because the super intelligent AI can create and strategize on its own without human intervention, and hence it may be very dangerous in future. And it has the ability to influence or control systems. So it can manipulate large scale systems, whether it's a digital, economic, military, or social, due to its superior strategic intelligence. So this is about the types of AI which we have discussed. So first one was narrow AI. So everything in this word as of now is narrow AI. Then strong AI, and then super intelligent AI. Now going to the next topic, machine learning. So what is machine learning? So we will be briefly looking on to these terms, and when we will be jumping on to these respective topics in details, then we will cover more in-depth concepts. So machine learning, talking about machine learning. So machine learning is a subset of AI that enables system to learn from experience without being explicitly programmed. So it's a subset of AI, and it is basically these are basically the systems that can learn from the experience, like we human do, right? We also learn from experience, right? If we are learning to ride a bicycle, we will make mistake, we will fall down, and then eventually we will learn to ride the bicycle by our experience, right? So that's how the machine learning systems perform basically. So they learn from experience without being explicitly programmed. Then machine learning algorithms uses data to identify patterns and make decisions. And machine learning teaches a computer to learn patterns and make decision on its own. So one of the major goal in machine learning is to build a system that learn from the patterns and make decision on its own. So this is about machine learning. Now talking about deep learning, which is the next concept, right? So deep learning is a subset of ML that uses artificial neural network with many layers to model complex patterns in the data. So deep learning is especially powerful for tasks like image and speech recognition. And compared to machine learning, deep learning needs larger set of data for training. So basically, deep learning is somehow, it's basically encouraged from the human brain, like the human brain perform. So these deep learning system also build on those concepts, and it is a subset of ML. Now next part, generative AI. So generative AI is a subset of deep learning that creates new content. So when I'm talking about content, it is new content which do not exist yet. So Google, whenever you do some Googling, or whenever you search anything, it basically shows you the predefined content, right, which is available on Google servers, right? But generative AI is something which generates new content. So it basically generates new content every time, such as text, images, music, video, or code. And that's the beauty of it, right? So like we human, are creative, and we generate, content, and we may generate new content every time. So similarly, generative AI also generate new content. So that content can be anything. It can be text, images, music, video, or code, right? So you might have seen nowadays the content music. If I'm taking the example of music, so I think one song, it basically, I don't remember the song exactly. I think Sayyara song is there, right? So there are various AI generated version of that song. One in Mohammad Rafi's voice, another in Kishore Kumar's voice, then Sonu Nigam voice. So those are something which are not existing, right? So it was basically developed using the generative AI systems. And these models, the generative AI models, learns from large data set and use complex neural networks to generate original output based on the pattern that they discover. Right? Now talking about the human-machine analogy. Okay, what I mean by human-machine analogy. So when I'm talking about artificial intelligence, so artificial intelligence is basically inspired from human intelligence. So what I'm trying to explain here is that, so these are the digital counterparts and this is the real world counterpart. So these concepts were basically discovered and inspired from the real world counterparts, and that's what I'm mentioning here. So the real world counterpart for artificial intelligence from which it is inspired is human intelligence. Now machine learning. So machine learning is inspired from humans learning from experience. So humans learning from experience, using this concept, the birth of machine learning happened. Basically machine learning is inspired from humans learning from experience. Now talking about neural networks. So neural networks are basically inspired from brain neurons or neuroscience. So when I'll cover deep learning and neural networks, I will cover basic neuroscience also, so that you'll get the idea how the neural networks and deep learning are basically inspired from. So talking about deep learning, so deep learning is basically inspired from human brain learning. And generative AI is basically inspired from human creativity or content creation. I mean the content creation ability of human. So this is about human machine analogy behind AI. Now talking about AI landscape. So when I'm talking about AI landscape, so I mean the outer circle is artificial intelligence. So everything that we have seen is artificial intelligence. Now artificial intelligence have one more category, which is machine learning, right? And then machine learning has one more category, deep learning, and deep learning is having one more category, generative AI. So generative AI is a part of deep learning is a part of machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence. So we can say generative AI is deep learning, example of deep learning. Yes, it is an example of deep learning. Generative AI is an example of machine learning. Yes, it is an example of machine learning. Generative AI is an example of artificial intelligence. Yes, it is an example of artificial intelligence. So this is how AI landscape looks. Now, next thing is the AI domains. Now, domains are the area of application where AI is used basically. So first domain, one of the domain is NLP, which is natural language processing, where AI can process the natural language in which human talks, write, etc. Then we have computer vision, speech and audio processing, then recommendation systems, robotics, IoT. IoT means Internet of Things, gaming, education, cyber security, fashion. So even in fashion, AI, fashion is one of the AI domains. You might have seen nowadays that AI is, generating the models picture which do not exist. I mean, those models do not exist in this world, and it basically generates hyper realistic, photographs or hyper realistic, fashion pictures of those models which do not exist. Then one of the AI domain is software development also, and then finance and insurance, right? Any doubt on these concepts?
Yeah, just one question. Like you said, super AI, and there was one more model which you said those are
Generally, AI.
Yeah, these are theoretical models. So what does that mean? It is theoretical?
Theoretical means they have built the theory on how to build it, but they do not exist in this world as of now, as of today. So
Okay.
if you take the example of TARS and Jarvis, right, whatever is shown in movie, or if you take the example of Ultron, the architect, so they are built on some concept which are AI concepts only. Those concepts are well known, but they are not yet achieved, or they, no one was able to build these systems as of now. But the path on which the generative AI is going on, who knows? I mean, this is not far from reality. So in near future, you may be able to see generally strong AI and super intelligent AI systems as well.
Okay. So as of now, whatever we are doing or whatever we are seeing in the world, that's related
That lies,
with
yes,
narrow
that lies,
AI.
yes, that lies in weak AI or narrow AI.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. So this is about the AI fundamentals, right? Now, let me talk, more on the AI landscape before I can move further. So let's talk about AI landscape. So AI basically, we have ML, and non-ML part, right? Correct. Then ML have deep learning, or let me write it down as DL, deep learning, and non-DL part. Then deep learning itself has GenAI and non-GenAI part. So far clear, right? That's what we have told, right? AI contains ML, ML contains DL, DL contains GenAI. But ML also contains non-DL part, right? Similarly, DL also contains non-GenAI part. Now let me write down the algorithms that you might have heard, right? In these various categories. So non-ML part में first of all, non-ML part, what are algorithms that you basically might have seen in non-ML part? So first of all, so non-ML, if I'm talking about non-ML, so non-ML में rule-based systems, right? So rule-based systems. If else is one of the classical example of rule-based system. So it is, I mean, it was considered a part of AI, but it comes under non-ML part. Then we have finite state machines, and we have search algorithms. So these are all part of AI, but lies under non-ML section. Now coming to ML. So ML is divided into DL and non-DL. So let's talk about non-DL part first. So non-DL में you might have heard about linear regression algorithms, right? Linear regression, then logistic regression, then KNN, K nearest neighbor, decision tree, random forest. All these are example of ML and they lie under non-DL part, right? Which is non-deep learning part. Now talking about DL. So DL is divided into GenAI and non-GenAI. So when I'm talking about non-GenAI part, so non-GenAI part में CNN, RNN, FNN, so feed forward neural network, RNN, recurrent neural network, and CNN, all these are example of non-GenAI part of DL. Talking about the GenAI part of DL or deep learning. So transformers, then GAN, VAE, and diffusion models. So these are the examples of GenAI part. The GenAI part of deep learning. So this is very important because if you are learning AI, ML, DL, GenAI for the first time, you will get a lot of confusion. But this is how you divide the AI landscape. Any doubts or anything which you guys want to ask before I move?